Okay, so after you get your joist in and check all the ends and all that kind of stuff, you're going to apply your 3/4 inch plywood floor. And this is the west side wall where those two microlam beams are. And see the plywood is on top of the joist, but it comes over and stops at the edge of the microlam. Okay, so check that thing. All right. Um, yeah, I don't think I need that there. Okay, so what we want to do now is out here in the front, we've got this little decorative wall right here. Okay, and since on our house we've got our brick overhangs a little bit, we kind of want to match that, working our way around, but it's just not going to be perfect um, because our bricks are only 7 5/8 long. And we've got this cap here. Anyway, so here's what you need to do. Let me hide some stuff. Okay, I'm going to hide all of those. All right, so I made this wall. Oh, that's a sweep on the top. So let me hide the sweep. Okay, here we have a brick wall. I made a double brick wall. It's basically 2 layers of brick in the core with a 3/8 of an inch air layer between them, which gives me a 7 5/8 thick wall, which is the length of the brick that's going to go on the top. Okay, so you want to make this wall, and then you're going to put it right across here. Okay, and we're going to you can center it on the concrete below. You can center it on the concrete below. You could flush it with the outside edge of this. I really don't care either way. Okay, I did mine centered on this wall. Next, I came right here and I made another wall type. It's a double CMU. Same kind of a thing, but I used 2 layers of concrete masonry units, which are 7 5/8 wide or thick. And we're going to lay these things, they're just going to be 16 inches long. But I told it 16 inches because that's the total thickness of my wall. Okay, so you want to make one of those. And in on and these are on top of the top of foundation wall layer or level, sorry. Okay, so you're going to draw one that's 16 inches long, and you want to, I constrained it to the center of the footing along this path here, and then I dimensioned it across and locked it in place. Okay, then create you another brick wall. Um, Geez, how can I? Okay, then I created another brick wall. It's a single layer of brick, and all it is a 3 5/8 layer of brick. Okay, and then draw it. Don't try to match it up with the footing or the block or anything like that yet. Draw it all the way around and then pull you in a section view and dimension it. Okay, so pull it into a section view and dimension it. And I gave it a 5/8 inch overhang on all 4 sides of the concrete. Okay, and let's see. Let's look. at this profile. All right, now when you make this wall, the dimensions in the drawing show it at 3'4" tall and then 5 feet tall. But you want to take 4 inches down from that because we're going to put a layer of brick across the top of it. So make this wall 3 foot tall, and then you're going to go edit profile, boom. And what I did basically is I did some offset lines and I drew a circle that has a radius of 6 foot. I copied this up 6 feet so I could center my circle on that. I copied that up a couple of feet, 5 feet from, well, 4 feet 8 inches from here to give me that. And then I, trim the lines out and so forth. And then I finished up the profile. If you're getting some errors, it could be this wall. When it was created, the tops need to be locked. Okay, so the up here. Okay, so both of these levels need to be locked together. That was one of the problems that I was having. And sometimes you can see the wall extends into the ceiling. It's just kind of weird the way it was working out. You just make it work, okay? Okay, so you edit the profile, and then what I did is I modeled in place a sweep on top of that, and I made it, well, that was kind of weird the way that popped up. It's kind of weird that it's coming up. Oh, there we go. Edit the sweep. I chose the path across there, and you'll have to adjust the path so that it actually starts on this part of the wall, and it'll extend up into this wall a little bit. Come on, model. It'll extend up into this wall so that the top of the brick kind of joins into it. And then I sketched a profile, 4 inches tall, 7 5/8 long. And then I did the sweep. Okay. And I applied a brick roll-lock pattern material type to it. And it doesn't look exactly like it's supposed to, but it looks pretty close. All right, now then the cap right here. This is the concrete floor. I created me a floor type, and I called it a precast cap. I made it concrete precast, 1 inch thick. Excuse me, 2 inches thick. And I checked it to make it variable so you can kind of adjust it easily. All right. And I drew it on top of that or on the first floor. I've got it turned off here. Let me pull it back up. Okay. So I drew it in place and then dimensioned it to get it like an inch larger than the brick so that I've got some overhang. Okay, and you got to remember your offset so that you get it at the right height. And then in your profile here, after you've created it, you can come in here and you go add point. And then what I did is I found the center point of this thing, and I made it 1 inch to start with. I think I changed it to 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. But you click a point right there and you can change the elevation of it, and you can raise those things up. And if you need to come back and change that, you can click that and you can go modify sub elements, and you can grab that point and pull it Let's see. Okay, so I made it 1.5 inches taller than the perimeter of it. Okay, if you run into problems, you can always hit reset shape. Okay, and so that makes it look pretty close to what it shows in the drawings there. Okay, so that's those things. Um, you'll catch up with that, and then I will come back with another video of the next steps we're going to do.